Let's talk about rapport for a moment, okay? What is rapport? So we're going to define rapport for this program, for this course, this way. Rapport is a relationship characterized by agreement. It's a mutual understanding or empathy that makes communication possible and easy. So when you're in rapport with somebody, there's an empathy exchange. There's an agreement being exchanged. There's a mutual understanding. So by establishing, building, and maintaining rapport with your prospect, you can take them through a process of influence, showing them how you can solve their problem, meet their need, and satisfy their want. So let's talk about what rapport is not. Rapport is not manipulation. Manipulation is the control or influence of another person or a situation that's unfair or unscrupulous. I'm going to just tell you that in the sales process, if you act out of integrity, if you act in an unfair way, you will break rapport instantly. Another thing that rapport is not is it's not commonality. It's not the state of sharing features or attributes that you have in common with the other person. See, in the area where most people fail in sales is confusing rapport with commonality. This is why you can go in and have a sales conversation with someone and really laugh it up, and you and the prospect hit it off. My goodness, you have so much in common. You have boxer dogs and they have boxer dogs. You went to the University of Pittsburgh and they went to the University of Pittsburgh. And you guys left and you were fast friends. And then they Casper the Friendly Ghost on you on the follow-up. Or they end up giving the business to someone else. And you say, like, what went wrong? I'll tell you what went wrong. People don't want to buy from people just like them. They want to buy from an expert. You having something in common with them means absolutely nothing to establishing you as an expert. So there's 4 purposes of rapport, and commonality is not one of them. Number 1 is to establish an instant connection, and we're going to show you that this happens within 4 seconds. I'm so excited for you to meet the faculty that we've put together for this program, particularly Holly Lanesmith. She is a sales killer. You will learn so much from Holly, and she's gonna show you that in the first 4 seconds you can establish an instant connection with someone, and it has nothing to do with commonality. Number 2 is establish yourself as an expert, as this trusted advisor. Again, nothing to do with commonality, nothing to do with manipulation. Number 3, to establish, build, and maintain certainty. That word is critical, and we're going to talk about it here in about a minute. And number 3, to establish yourself as the leader in the conversation. I want you to look, if you're taking notes, I want you to write this word down, authority. Write it down, authority. At the end of the day, when you have rapport with someone, you have authority. Now, authority does not mean power over someone else, right? There's a respect we have for authority. It's a healthy respect. So these are the 4 purposes of rapport. So let's define then what sales is, okay? Sales, and this is our definition, sales at its highest level is the transference of emotion. The primary emotion is certainty, okay? Now, let's break this down for a second. We're saying that sales is the transference of emotion. In other words, in every sale, the sales process is all based on emotion. And we have to transfer the emotion of certainty to the other person. So your prospect can only get certainty from you. There's no other place that your prospect can get certainty. It has to be transferred from you. And it's an emotional state. If we think about what certainty is having a firm conviction that something is the case. It's a fact that is definitely true. It's a belief that an event is definitely going to take place. In other words, When you have established rapport to the degree that your prospect has certainty in what you're saying, they believe that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, when you say you're going to do it, the way you said you're going to do it. They don't expect any surprises. And you have to be able to transfer this to them. You have to understand, on a scale from 1 to 10 of certainty, the buyer needs to be at a level 10 in these three key areas. Number one, they have to be certain that you're an expert. Like, you really know what you're talking, that you are sharp as a tack, that you are a person who can get it done for them. And not only sell them the program, but after you sell them the car, after you sell them the insurance policy, after you sell them the coaching program, that you're going to be the person that if something goes wrong with the company, if something goes wrong with the car, if something goes wrong with the service, that you're going to step in and be there for them. They also have to have certainty that your product, your service, your program is going to solve their problem and meet their needs. And number three, they have to have certainty that your company operates with integrity and trust. If you don't have certainty in these three areas, what you are likely going to hear when you make the closing statement in that presentation is, "Let me think about it. Let me check with my wife. Let me check with my husband. Let me get to the board. You know what? Right now is just not the best time." We're going to define all objections as a smokescreen for uncertainty, that whenever your prospect gives you an objection, that's really nothing more than them saying, "You have not established enough certainty for me to make an affirmative decision today." It has nothing to do with the objection. It has everything to do with you breaking rapport and not establishing certainty. You've got to get that in your head. If you think it's anything less than that, if you really believe that it's the money, if you really believe that it's the season, if you really believe that they have to check with other people, and that's the reason why they're not moving forward, you're dead wrong. What they're really saying is, "You haven't given me enough certainty. I'm not certain about you. I'm not certain about the product. I'm not certain that this is the right decision." And where can they get that certainty other than you?